there ever been a time when you thought you were really good at singing a song, but then you heard a recording of yourself only to realize that maybe you should pick a different hobby? You might believe that you could never sound as good as the pros, but don't count yourself out too quickly. I'm going to tell you about a type of software called pitch correction, how it detects the note you sing, how it will put your note in tune, and how it attempts to preserve the unique characteristics of your voice. So first, how does the computer even know music? Music is recorded onto a computer and stored into audio files. With music creation software, you can open audio files and see their waveforms. The waveform will be a line that goes up and down, similar to a wave in the ocean. The sound waves don't actually move up and down like this. This is just a graph representing how air pressure moves towards your eardrums and then away from them. A musical note, or pitch, is perceived when this air pressure moves back and forth at a consistent frequency. The entire range of frequencies that are typically considered pitch span from about 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. That means when the air is moving back and forth 20 times per second to 20,000 times per second. Any note that is made by an instrument, such as your voice, is made of multiple frequencies all happening simultaneously in harmony with each other. The mathematical formula used to calculate the list of these harmonic frequencies is easy, and it goes like this: 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 6x, 7x, and so forth. They are the multiples of whatever x is. The first frequency, or 1x, is called the fundamental frequency, and it is what we use to identify a pitch. For instance, the frequency of 440 Hz is known as A4. All of the other higher frequencies are called overtones. Pitch detection is an algorithm that aims to find the fundamental frequency at each moment in your voice recording, and therefore the notes that you are singing. Once the pitch correction software has figured out the notes you are singing, now it can focus on putting your notes in tune, so you can be sure your ears won't hurt later. After finding your pitches, the software determines how close your notes are from the key. Then it shifts each pitch up or down to get your voice in tune. The way that the pitch of an audio signal is changed is by speeding it up or slowing it down. A faster frequency is equivalent to a higher pitch. If you have heard a vinyl record set to play faster or slower than normal, then you have also heard the pitch go higher or lower. Pitch and speed have a direct correlation. Though in 1998, an audio editing program called Acid was first released. It featured a brand new capability to manipulate audio called time stretching. Time stretching is a technique that changes the timing of audio without changing its pitch. There is no one way to go about this, as there are countless algorithms that try to accomplish this. Using time stretching software, a program can take audio that has been repitched and put it back in its original tempo. Now your notes are in key and they are in time. But there is still one more thing to take care of, and a few things to consider. All of the physical features of an instrument have an effect on the sound it makes. Size, shape, and the material something is made of can all affect the frequencies that make up the sound. But this has nothing to do with pitch. This is the tone. The way you sound when you sing ooh has a different tone than ee, even though the pitch is the same. This is because you have changed the shape of your throat, producing a different tone although it is the same pitch. Now if you sing ooh at different pitches, the frequencies that make up the pitches are now different, but the shape of the tone doesn't change. It still sounds like it's you singing. Tone gives us an idea of who or what the sound is coming from. When pitch is shifted artificially, the tone of your voice gets shifted as well. If the tone is raised, then it will sound like a miniature version of you singing. This is where the chipmunk sound comes from. But the goal of pitch correction is to sound like the real you is singing a different note. This is done by creating the equivalent of a vocoder. A vocoder uses the signal from your voice to modulate a synthesizer, combining its pitches with the different tones from your speech. Think Daft Punk. In this case, your original vocal track is used to modulate the retuned vocal track to put your original tone characteristics back into the sound. After all of these steps, now you'll have a vocal recording of yourself singing that sounds just like you, except if you had a little bit better sense of key. In the end, this is how pitch correction software works. It detects the note you sing and it fixes them, all while preserving the tonal characteristics of your voice. And just like that, you too can become the next Usher or Britney Spears.